now.
Blessings, everybody out there in the universe. My name is Shawn Myrie, and I'm the host of the Down to Earth podcast.
And you got the Rastafari samurai never leaving you dry in your eye. I approve this message nationwide.
Yeah, you got your boy Stoner P, Mr. MVP, most valuable fighthead, you dig?
Remember, look at the cameras, guys.
Yup.
That one and that one.
It's gonna be deep down to earth tonight. We're gonna talk about all types of things,
That's right.
everything, no filter. We don't care, and we're gonna start this off. There's so much stuff going on in the world. Like
For real.
recently, let's just talk about this Rogers shit.
What about it?
Why?
What
There's
about
so
it,
much
yo?
things with this Rogers. They screw up enough
Yeah?
people.
You
Screw
could
up
say that again.
enough people. And then first the reports. Wait, it knocked down half of Canada. All the communication.
It wasn't only it was like all transactions and everything, not only phones.
People have to use cash.
like
Went back to
cash.
Stone Age and shit.
Yeah. All
Right?
back to cash, yeah.
Yo, gee, they went coast to coast and fucking thing, and they're saying it's a maintenance.
Before that, no. Check this, because that's why I watch all type of news. They
What?
said it was a politician said it was a cyber attack.
Cyber
That's the
attack?
first thing.
Yeah.
It's the cyber attack.
on which on your own damn self.
And then
Uh-huh.
wait, hold on. After the cyber attack, right? They said it's a maintenance
Yeah.
failure.
Maintenance failure.
Yeah. Where they're trying to reboot the system or something. They're trying to reboot it, and I guess the man whoever is working on it did some
Like,
fuckery and then
No,
that's some bullshit,
no.
bro.
You know what's funny? I find funny. I just had to point this out. It's just too much of coincidence. How is after that? After it came back, Instagram has all the updates. This note shit comes out.
Yeah, it's
Check,
funny.
no, just check it.
It's funny,
Check your
bro.
That's a
Instagram.
good, I know that
Right
that
after
came
the
out
Rogers,
afterwards. Yeah.
it
know.
come back.
Coincidence, eh?
Instagram update a whole bunch of shit. And I swear the live stream been better ever since.
Yeah, because they're trying to monetize it, G. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why you like the government? This is the way.
It's the government.
Remember, the government wanted to plant chips in everybody.
Yeah.
Right. This is their way of planting the chip, because everybody's damn eyes are too much on social media
And the phone.
and the phone,
phone,
the
yes.
TV.
The phone especially.
It breaks down to the science, bro. Like any electronics out there,
Yeah.
seeing any audio device, they can
Yeah.
easily fucking record that shit.
Yeah.
Easy.
And wait. And another thing too, right? They the same day or the day before, I think Trudeau said he's sanctioning Russia's media. So when you sanction Russia's media, that means it's the internet and radio. He said he's sanctioning it. You know how they're doing all the
Yeah, they
sanctions
wanna-
because of Russia.
they-
So if you're gonna sanction a big country media, you're gonna and the journalists too. He said he's gonna sanction all the journalists, Russian journalists. Trudeau.
That's what.
So wait.
He's saying, yo, he's just gonna cut off the broadcasting
So
system.
what do you think they done? Is it possible it's Russia? I'm just
Russia
saying.
could do the same
They
thing.
could have done the same thing to us.
Remember,
We're announcing we're gonna do that to
the
them.
thing with Russia, yo, they have scientists
Hmm.
beyond scientists. They have scientists right now that are trying to mix atoms together.
Mm.
You see, for nuclear shit. When you mix two atoms that are not the right formality, right? What's gonna happen?
Explosion.
Explosion. I don't know if you know about atoms. Atoms is a nuclear source.
Yeah.
Where, like, it's a high power.
Yeah.
So it can wipe out a lot of us.
Yeah.
So if time comes, if you want to fuck with Russia, Russia say, okay, yeah, pussy. Yo, we're gonna
No,
do this.
but this is what they done. They
Come
done
on, man.
something dangerous. They don't do no nuclear weapon anymore. They do a cyber type of shit.
Yeah.
This is I'm
Technology-
just such a
technology
coincidence.
is a deep thing, bro.
Trudeau was saying remember, you're not hearing about this. See, no one doesn't talk about this. Trudeau says sanctioning. There's new sanctions on Russia. Is their media. So your media is what? Isn't that the internet now?
Yep.
So that means you're gonna shut off their internet, right?
They're gonna shut off everything.
You're gonna shut
bro.
their shit down. Canada. That's why that Trudeau says he's gonna sanction their shit.
The only thing that they can do, right, is cut off Canadians' broadcast from Russia. So anything in Russia that's from Canada.
Don't go and can do it in America. Cut everything to ours. Everything.
It's true. It's true. It's
You
true.
can't do that. Right?
It's true. It's true. It's true. Yeah, yeah. It's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Oh, definitely,
Not
man.
fooling.
If that wasn't true, why do you think Mr. Trump got in with his buddy helped him?
Okay.
You
No.
know, during that time. Come on, now. Who was his buddy during that time?
So no.
Eh? Do I need to say more? Oh, well.
Putin.
What?
Oh
Trump
yeah,
friend.
yeah, 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 yeah. The friend.
And
Yo, they're kicking back on a golf course and smoking cigars,
no,
bro.
but I'm just saying,
Playing on little
I'm
Chinese
just saying,
women.
during the election and all of that, good buddies and friends and all of that. Not true. All right.
Okay, no.
Do you guys see more?
I want to talk about no, because we talk about everywhere in the world.
Mm.
About in America, the gun, not the gun violence, right? I call it the gun silence. You see, no, the sniper, the guys who are going and shooting up 20 people, 30 people, right? They say every time these guys do something, it's mental illness.
Nah, G. Nah,
But it's
nah.
always mental illness.
It's casualty of war, right?
Mm.
So what you mean by casualty of war is like, or not even that. I should not even say casualty of war. It's instigating a war, right? All these snipers.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
don't think they're hired, G?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You don't think
Like
they're
agents, yeah, like my pops was saying,
you
they
know what I mean?
train,
Because yo,
but brainwash.
but this world basically is based on debt.
Yeah.
See, the World Bank lends millions, billions of dollars to each country, right? They have to do something. They have to make that money back. So when they're not satisfied, a whole heap of people have to die, right? That's why war starts.
But I'm talking about in America now.
No, but in America,
The sniper, the
The
guys who are
snipers,
not
you
the
don't-
sniper, the guys who are shooting,
yeah,
killing 30 people.
they're
right?
not mentally ill,
After
bro.
when they do that big shit, it's mental illness, right?
They're
Maybe
bad.
some people. I'm gonna go play devil's advocate. Maybe some people have some type of mental illness, but everybody have mental illness. But the thing, how he done it too, he dressed up. But no. You see how he could get away with it? It's sharp. It's a bad thing. No. You see how he could get away with it? He dressed up as a lady. He dressed up as a woman. That's the last one.
Mm.
So by him dressing up as a woman, he disguised himself to do what he's doing. But by him dressing up as a woman, it make it look like he's not in his right mind when he killed people. No, we know that we could say all we
No,
want,
but the man.
but that's how he illustrated.
But okay, that's
Kind
how
of.
you can you can illustrate it that way. But yo,
Mm.
if you really break it down, that's what fucking hitman and missionaries do. You know, that's what the CIA type of shit do. They
Mm.
disguise themselves, right? When they want to wipe out a certain leader from a different country, right? They hire certain people to do that.
Masters of
They-
disguise.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. Don't get me wrong. What if the Biden, of that city, right, hired them and said, "Yo, we're not up to our ranks of charges of arrest of the year. Let's make this as a big fucking arrest."
Yeah, and by
You know what I
by
mean?
making the excuse of mental illness, it gives you what you call what they used to see with James Bond, or Mark, license to kill.
Mm-hmm.
All you have to do is go. Remember, he was on the internet. He was on the internet before. He's an art. He was doing a rap.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
they're gonna blame music and social media too, because he was on making videos about killing people too,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now they're gonna say, wait a minute.
All right,
Anything someone says now, we have to take it more serious.
yeah, you're gonna use those lyrics against them.
So if you they talk about killing somebody in your music, they're gonna listen to you more. Even they were already listening to you, but now they're gonna really.
Man, listen to violence more hard teacher.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, I know that.
Mhm.
Yo, but speaking of that though, like, look at the whole Young Thug situation.
Oh, them guys.
You know what I mean? Like, they want to use the
They're gonna
lyrics
show
again,
them as an example.
right? And then all those families are going
Mhm.
for a lawsuit right after.
Yeah. So what happened with Young Thug is this, and there's other guys like this. That's why they're saying they're gonna get two more of them.
Yep.
Organization. These guys are artists, and they got spoiled. It wasn't enough for them to make a couple $100,000 and $1 million, right?
Mhm.
They probably didn't really like paying taxes. So then they got their friends in their or with them, follow them as entourage, but really a criminal organization, and they can't control all the friends what they do, and the friends start killing people and doing all type of illegal
Yeah.
stuff, and they use Young Thug and the other guy Gunna as the security for lawyers so they could feel untouchable. But it come back to them now. RICO charge. You know what a RICO charge
Yeah,
is?
Rico, I know Rico charges.
Federal shit, right? You know
Rico's
they done the
no pass.
mafia, they done cartels. So these idiot them, I'm sorry, think they're more higher than the cartel and the mafia, American mafia. They got caught by RICO. Lock up.
But Rico's like federal thing, right? So like anybody that creates an organization, a gang organization, they're gonna get slapped with that. It's
Mhm.
all in due time, right? It's all a lot of paperwork that whatever the fucking pigs want to
See, the
fucking
difference
investigate.
is though these guys, right? I know they catch even organized crime with this RICO. I don't know if you ever heard of the RICO charge,
Mm.
right? They had it for a while.
You still have it, bro.
That's what made a lot of organized crime guys get locked up. But the only difference with the mafia, where they are a little bit smarter than most, I'm sorry to say, they're really family. So they have an excuse to be around each other.
Yep.
What are you gonna say? You can't be with your father or your uncle
Uh-huh.
or your brother. They're really
Yeah,
family.
compared to like BMF, because
Yes, or any other
because
organization.
BMF was a big Rico
Because
case. You know
yeah,
what I
they
mean?
could get all those guys on it as long as
Right?
you're not brothers and sisters are related. It's different. You get
Even
what I mean?
even even
True.
John Gotti, right?
Yeah,
His son, his own damn son, got
Mm-hmm.
slapped with it too, right?
yeah.
So like he has to. They all lived in the same household, right?
But
But
listen, what I'm getting to is this: if you could say mental illness, right? If you could say mental illness for these guys as an excuse, use
Yeah,
this mental illness. Wait, hold on.
but that's the way to get them off.
No, that's why I say it's bullshit. That means all the street guys who are brothers who are killing brothers, them have mental illness too.
yo, I
But no,
heard.
no, but they're not saying it's mental illness. You understand what I mean? They're not saying that's mental illness. No, what I'm saying, if you could say these guys killing 30 people is mental illness, and you can't say someone who's killing someone on the street through the year not mental illness, that makes sense.
No,
No, that makes sense.
not at all.
That makes
But they don't
sense.
want to put it like that. Trust me. Do they want to say that the reason in the ghetto or the inner cities the crime is mental illness? They'll never get imagine. They're not gonna say that. Why? Then if they say that, a lot of people in jail have to come out.
Of course.
You see what I mean? What I'm saying?
Yo, I was watching. It's funny how you're breaking this down because I watched what was it, Law and Order, actually this morning too. See, so it was a case where this he's a serial killer, but every case that he had, right, he pleaded mentally illness, right, and he got off on it,
Mm,
scotch free, walked out right out of the box, right, and he's fucking with the detective.
yeah.
He's fucking with it, and he's saying all this psychotic shit, right, to the detective, and like, yo, he still had to walk. And what does he do? He fucking kidnaps the fucking detective now.
Mm,
See, but it shows you, you can prove it, try to prove it to a judge, right? Several times, right?
mm,
It shows you television. They see what they don't show fucking shows like that for
mm.
no reason, right?
You
But
gotta show a little accuracy so it could make sense.
yes, and like somebody can complete sanity more than once and get scotch free off of fucking charges, serious charges. And this guy raped and killed numerous girls,
And use mental illness.
mental illness, right? Before, back in the days when all those serial killers like fucking Ted Bundy and all
Yeah.
those fucking guys, you think they could have pleaded sanity? You know what I mean? My two uncles, I'll tell you this one, my two uncles, right? Rest in peace to one of them. They they murdered two police officers, killed them,
Yeah.
beat them to a pulp, right? They pleaded insanity for a lesser charge.
Mm.
right? They do their time in them fucking mental ward, right? But they were psychotically, you know what I mean, violently, you know what
So
I mean,
before.
before.
Yeah.
But it just proves to you, yeah,
Hmm.
yo, even somebody that actually has it, yo, 5, 10 years for killing 2 cops.
It's like money too. If you could pay the lawyers, right? If you have the money, you could almost get off anything. If you have money,
Money talk,
people
bullshit
think
walk.
that this justice in Canada or America. But as long as you have money,
Yo,
it changes the
listen
whole
here,
shit.
man. Listen here, man. The real gangsters have a lawyer on the payroll.
Of course,
All right,
of
real
course,
gangsters.
of course.
But me say
They
no.
roll with them.
The other ones, them are puppy show.
We're gonna talk about
See?
okay, R. Kelly case
Oh, what about it?
and Bill Cosby's case, right? And other cases similar like this.
What about it?
Okay, no. But check this now. People want to see R. Kelly. All right, just say he's guilty of all of these things they say he's guilty of, right?
Yeah.
So they recently, when you look up the charges, they say it's racketeering and what is called trafficking.
Human
So
trafficking.
check this: R. Kelly was a wealthy man. You're telling me now when someone has a racketeering and trafficking, it's just them by themselves? That's where I'm getting at now.
No. Taking them.
That's all
That's
I'm
the thing
saying.
again.
Even if he's guilty, where's the other people? Who helped bring all them girls to the hotel?
And, right?
You think he's driving the vehicle?
No, it's not
Who was
that.
driving the vehicle with the girl then?
Yeah.
Oh, you said they're guilty too.
No, did you hear? No, one of the girls supposed to be like were dating him. He's saying, yo, the man wasn't like that. The man was well respectful to me. Like, you know what I mean?
You're
There's gonna be
employee
one to
to
come
the
out
man
like
what he's doing. Yeah, he might be doing something wrong, but if he's paying you and you know he's doing wrong, right? You know, maybe I paid him.
No, well,
You said
human
stop paying
trafficking.
them. Probably that's a screw.
Well, look at who is it? Schwarzenegger,
Man.
right?
Oh, what
He
about him?
he was accused for a fucking
The main.
getting prostitutes to his hotel.
I can believe that.
But
Yeah.
he was getting private escorts, right? Like private drivers to his hotel.
Yeah.
Right? They're already there before he even comes.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So like there's obviously an organization that fucking
Of
deals
course.
with
What
that,
does
those
this? Yeah.
high celebrity
Yeah.
things.
The Epstein and after his wife.
Come on, man.
Right?
There's more than
This is this big shit. What's gonna explode soon? Because you see, Cosby. Okay. All of the cases are from mostly the 70s, way back in the
70s,
day,
80s.
and now they're gonna talk. They're
Honestly,
only talking because what? A what in the 90s or the 2000s? Somebody
honestly,
said something.
honestly, it's a cult. It's a
Of course,
cult,
it's a cult.
right? It's an Illuminati thing. You know what I mean?
But
Right.
when I say now, Bill Cosby. What
What
does Bill
about Bill?
Cosby represent? Right. That's why
Yeah.
we say. I would say we're the real Cosbys,
Yeah.
because they make up this show now that there's Bill Cosby, the successful doctor. His wife's a lawyer, and they have a big family, living in where Chicago, right, or something like that, right?
No, isn't it New York?
No, I think it was Chicago.
No, it's
I
not.
think you
No,
might think it's New York. People would
pretty
know
sure
what
it was
this
New
is.
York, yo.
But either way, it was a successful show, one of the most successful shows,
Yeah,
black
really.
shows, big role model, nice, successful black family.
Mm.
No. And he's a good actor and comedian, legendary. You know how big Bill Cosby is. People should really look how big Bill
You're
Cosby
saying
is.
that
Like
his
Michael Jordan.
You're saying his
right?
credibility.
Like a Michael
Yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah, his credibility is that he's the most likable TV dad.
And a black man.
Of course.
No,
Let's
but
be
I'm just
straight.
saying overall. No, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
been
Yeah,
told in
TV dad.
television
Yeah.
that he is known as one of the television dads.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Father of television.
Yes.
So guess
Well-
what? Jello Man. So guess what now? When this come up,
But that's that's a big influence.
this is the crucifying of the man now. Same thing with our. He was gonna buy it. That's why
Yeah.
they fuck him up. But he's gonna buy NBC.
Mike. Mike.
NBC. I don't know, but it was. Yeah, he got Prince.
I think Michael Jackson is
and
gonna
Prince.
A Prince.
Prince say he's not gonna go
Listen,
with.
Prince was just talking too much.
Mhm.
He was just talking too much. He
It's
shouldn't
too
have.
high.
He shouldn't have
So
talked
all
too
them
much
man
on
they
public
want all them
television.
internet
Mm.
thing.
Sir,
Network.
listen here. When you're doing good,
You know who
when
they
you're
kill,
doing
man?
good,
You're
don't
forgetting
talk
a
about
big
too
one,
much.
you know.
Oh,
The guy who started Soul Train.
they kill him too.
Did you hear how he died? They say he shot himself.
But
They shot
was it
himself in the
Cornelius?
head.
What's his name?
That successful man from a long time ago
Man,
shot himself in the head recently. That wasn't like 20 years ago. This was like maybe 8 years ago.
yeah,
Oh shit.
The guy Don Cornelius.
Mm.
He was with. I think he has a relationship with Quincy Jones. Like they're close, but
Yeah.
he was the one Soul Train, and all the music shows. He's probably the godfather of a lot of music shows.
Well,
Yeah.
So they used to play the videos
a lot
and
of
people
the
that dance
lot of the soul music and disco back in the
and
day.
videos too,
No, but of that era.
and down to hip hop. It came into
Yeah,
the
that's
hip
what I'm
hop.
saying, and into the hip hop afterwards.
Into the 80s and to the 90s. That goes doing some, I swear, all up into some part of the 90s.
Mhm.
You know what they say? How he died? He shot himself in the head.
I don't believe that.
What?
I don't believe
But that's the story. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff people don't know.
that. Think about it. Okay, especially in America, right? Any successful black guy,
Yeah.
right?
Mike Tyson.
They always want to try to crush their fame, right?
Mhm.
So
Kobe
e-
Bryant.
even let me take it back to like further back, right? I could talk about this for days. Martin Luther
Oh,
King.
Martin Luther King. Oh,
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
All the assassinations that Malcolm X,
Mhm.
they all want politics, right? For the black.
you know, I heard that.
Mm.
Living, fat than in the 60s, you can't make certain amount of that.
Yeah?
Mm.
Yes,
Facts Diamond.
fat than you know.
They hold. Oh,
They
you
hold
couldn't.
him back in the bus to make certain amount.
That's way back in the day.
Yes.
That guy's like a legend. Facts Diamond.
So like any black person that's trying to overpower the white man, they're gonna try to do their hardest to fucking
Well,
take them out.
Didn't I tell you they have to
Right?
make a movie on this guy? Remember I told you? See, that's why people listen to the podcast.
Mm.
It's like a movie. The guy who they made bring down Martin Luther King. He was a televangelist, the first guy to have the social media shit.
Mm.
I had his name. I forgot his name, man. I have the podcast sitting about the man. He was around the 50s, or from the 40s to the 50s. He started the Church of God. This is the man. You heard of Church of God? There's this guy who was working with the FBI.
Oh,
The
shit.
story is, I'm gonna make you look him up. Yeah, this guy was even probably responsible for him. His name was Lightfoot, something Lightfoot.
Mm.
He was a big televangelist. The Church of God, when you hear people talk about Church of God up here, he's the influencer. He would talk on the radio.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you see how we're doing podcasts now?
Yeah.
He was talking like this. I should show you a video, and he's all hype and he jumps up and he started all that dancing in the church. You know, when you see people dancing in church
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
money
yeah.
in the give the money, and he's the original one. And his thing used to hit like 25 million people
Yeah, yeah.
back in the 50s. In the 50s, this guy was getting millions of friggin' views, more than people now.
Because back in the day, it was more like
Michaud, I think his name is Lightfoot something Michaud or something.
everybody believe. A lot of people believed in was more into the church thing back in the days too, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of
But he was on the radio. This guy's different. He was not just
Yeah.
a church guy. This guy had social
Yeah, but
media.
during that time, remember, radio was the new technology,
And
so
he was the
It was
star.
the commodity.
yeah, and he
So-
conquered it.
And you know what he done?
You know what I
He
mean?
used guess who worked with him? J. Edgar Hoover, that motherfucker.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
the president.
He is the head of the FBI, right? You know, this guy was like the poster boy. It's really the real world.
Wasn't
They
that
got this guy who was a preacher on television to influence America. The FBI, I'm telling you, got people.
he worked with J. Hoover?
J.
Wasn't
Edgar
J.
Hoover.
Hoover started the crack?
And this guy's a black man. Remember, I'm going to tell you guys, this is a black guy who's the televangelist I'm talking about, a black man.
Mm.
And he had a long career and he built churches in America. This guy's responsible for building churches.
Okay.
And he's the one who took down Martin Luther King. He was basically, when Martin Luther King was rising, he was jealous of Martin Luther King.
Wow.
He was bad mouth. Whatever Martin Luther King would say, he would say, no,
Contradicted,
that's not what it is. Black people don't need this. I know what black people need.
He's an informer.
That's what he would say. Martin Luther King is something,
Yeah,
this
yeah,
and that.
contradicting what
Yeah, he's an informer. He's a super informer. People should look up this guy. This is one of those guys in history. What goes by you. I used to see his picture, but I didn't know who this guy is. They put him on like
Hold on.
when they showing like black leaders and shit.
Hold on.
They show him, but no one knows who
R.
he
Kelly.
is unless you look him up.
Kelly.
What?
A black man inform on the
Oh yeah, black man informer on R. Kelly.
You think it's wrong?
Well, yo,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
never know. It could be his own employees, yo. They could
Come
have
on, man.
His wife was.
build up a case on him because they be working. with him.
Jealousy, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Jealousy.
Put him on the picture.
Yeah, man.
Jealousy.
All type of things going on.
Mhm.
So no, we're gonna go. No, we're gonna go back now because we deal with music a lot.
Yeah,
now.
man.
Mm.
What do you think now of how Toronto is going now with the music? Like Drake is big. Let's put it this way now. Let's be honest. Drake commercialized Toronto. Give him that, right?
Yeah.
He all invests in the Raptors. He all does all types of things, right? And then you have all these other guys who came after him. That's what I'm getting at. All these. No. Me not talk about these ones right now. I'm talking about there's other guys who came after him who are successful, like Drake. Like after Drake, Weekend came.
Yeah,
Weekend's actually
Weeknd.
bigger than Drake in some way, Weekend's commercial pop like Michael Jackson. He's like
Yeah.
the new Michael Jackson. Weekend from Toronto.
Yeah, party next.
Party Next Door.
Yeah.
Commercial R&B, one
Party
of the
Next
top
Door.
R&B singers
Yeah.
in all America and the world now, from Toronto. I'm just saying, the guys, Toronto took it over. You have to admit, for the urban music.
Honestly, yeah.
And then you have Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez is
Tory
one of the
Lanez.
biggest rapper them in all America and more than America.
Mhm.
So what I'm saying is, let's be honest. People don't want to admit it. Toronto, let's be straight up. Toronto hip hop for commercial is the top more than American artists.
we
People are scared to say it.
Yeah, honestly, Toronto hip hop did.
I'm not gonna say Toronto hip hop.
Okay, no,
I'm talking about Toronto. Certain Toronto artists
Okay, Toronto artists. Let me
are
rephrase
commercially
that.
successful.
Let me rephrase that. Toronto artists, right?
No, I think we're including too much people.
Okay, the top. Okay,
Yeah.
let me say the
Drake,
Drake,
Weekend,
they put
and Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez, they turned the page of hip hop, right?
Yeah, urban
For-
music.
For urban music for Toronto. So
Not just for Toronto,
for everywhere.
for even America.
even America, right? we did put a different, what they say, funk to the music.
Yes, because look, Daddy, you know what I'm telling you. Since Drake lick, everybody wants to rap from. Sorry, they don't like to hear. A lot of them want to rap like Drake, right? A lot of them want to rap like Tory Lanez,
Yeah.
and a lot of them want to sing like Weekend.
You go what works.
How much of them try copy Weekend style?
Go what works.
Yeah, man.
Yo, Weekend
Besides
put
it,
cursing.
always.
Remember, Weekend was coming out. Okay, that happened before, but Weekend was singing with cursing in his music, right? No one was singing with the cursing in their music, and now in the last 5 years, people all do the same thing like Weekend. Is it? Am I lying?
No,
R. Kelly was the last one before him, but R. Kelly didn't do it like that. Remember when Weekend came out, he was singing about drugs and all types of shit.
Yeah, that he was just singing about his life.
And now you see people trying to do the same shit.
But guess what? Here's the twist to it. A lot of people didn't. A lot of people didn't take it in that he was talking about drugs. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know the people who don't know.
Every
better.
when he first bust, everybody thought like, yo, gee, like this guy's talking about a girl or something. But no, he's not talking about a girl. He's talking about drugs.
I know.
He's talking about, you know what I mean? What he said, like, yo, um, crush it down and snort a line and sniff it or some shit like that.
Mm.
Can't forget the lyric, but
All
like,
types of shit.
yeah, bro. But like, he said it so subliminal that it flew over people's head. It flew actually people, like people that didn't know understand what he was saying,
Yeah, flew
Right.
right. I know what you mean.
right? Because like, yo, it's not all about the beat.
No,
You know what I
because
It's the lyrics.
my youth them, they love the Weekend, and when he came out, you're right. They didn't know what words he's saying. They think it's some just clever words.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Some clever words, but I know what it is. He's singing about like all types of
Yeah, yo,
narcotics.
it's narcotics and the fame life that comes with it, right?
Yeah, he's singing about all types of narcotics, yo. But anyways, right now, what do you think of Toronto hip hop now?
Toronto hip hop.
Like Drake and them is pop. I don't even consider them hip hop. They're like pop,
Where's the
pop,
effect button? Is there an effect button here? Is there any
pop
effect
rap.
button?
On this?
Yeah.
On what? On the
I need to press an effect button for this one.
Wow.
Okay, I'll just do it.
Listen,
Down, down,
there's
down.
rappers, hip
Boom.
hop artists. So people have to change that shit, right? We
Yeah.
gotta separate that. So now for Toronto's artists, not including Drake, Weekend, Pressa, Party Next Door, Smiley,
Yeah.
anyone Nav, or even Belly, anyone who's commercially out there, like that's a different level, right?
Mhm.
Party Next Door and Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
Now the rappers who are left here,
Yeah.
that's what I call it, the left behind.
The leftovers.
The
Leftovers. What about the leftovers?
Out of all the artists, what we've been seeing for the last couple of years since we've been doing this shit, right? And we've seen before. Who's the ones I'd say the top six for you guys? I have my top six I'm gonna pick of hip hop artists from Toronto. You think is gonna make it in the industry? Like I mean, like Tory Lane's status, Drake's status,
I mean, the next ones
Yeah.
we're gonna turn the next
like
page.
Smiley, Pressa. Who's next?
Who do I
People
think?
should think of that. I'm gonna tell you mine. What do you guys think?
I don't really think about
You know,
hip hop
okay,
like that. That's why.
yeah, but
Whoever you see.
I got
I
a
said
clue.
whoever
I
you
got
see.
I got a clue.
See, it's hard for you.
Yeah,
I got
Not
a
hard for
clue.
me.
Yeah, because
I got a
just
one
like
clue.
here, everybody here, I'm just gonna say it, no cap. We all watch the states,
No,
majority.
okay, that's not what I'm asking.
No,
I'm
I'm
asking
just saying that's why it's
who
tough. That's
right
why
now-
that's why I'm explaining to you right now.
who
That's
you
why it's
see
tough.
right now. Who you've been.
No, but no, I'm just saying to you, like,
Yeah.
let's just get real here. Majority of Toronto people don't listen to Toronto hip hop. What? What? What?
It depends. Generation.
Wait, no,
generation
no, no, no,
wise.
no,
Yeah.
no. What do you mean generation wise? Let's just no cap. Majority of Toronto do not listen to Toronto hip hop. You know what they listen to. You know what I'm saying. Come on. What? Come on.
What will you say to that?
You know it's true.
What was
Is
that
it
again?
the age thing? Majority of
It
Toronto
don't matter if
people
it's
don't
age
listen
or
to
not.
Toronto
It don't
hip-hop.
matter if it's age or not.
Okay, no. Let me put it this way. Right?
I think it's a reverse.
It's
Reverse?
For the younger ones.
it's a favoritism. It's a
It's
favoritism.
a favoritism what you listen to Toronto hip hop here.
It's a favoritism.
But in majority of it, I'm telling you,
like yo, if
they-
you really
they
think
listen
about it,
to
like
more than the
look,
States.
in Scarborough.
Yeah, of course.
In
Yeah.
Scarborough, right? You have Pangs, right? You have Pangs that's
Yeah.
popping. You have Joops Holiday. You have Jesse Toronto. They're doing it, holding it down for these. I don't see anybody else
Yeah.
really doing their thing in the East,
Yeah.
right? And like Genghis Khan, yeah, he's a legend. He's legend
Yeah.
status. He's like one of the pioneers, if you want to say,
Yeah.
or say. You know what I mean? That bust out of Scarborough region,
Yeah.
right? Now you have the West. You have the West.
The West is.
You have more
big.
caliber
Yeah.
in the West, right?
Yeah.
So I see who's really potential. Number one, I'm gonna say Cholo Cash.
Yeah.
Right? For real, I see that young kid going places where it's never been beyond where all these other guys, where
Yeah.
Pressa, even Pressa, Mula, all these guys, him, because
Hollywood.
his mind frame and choreography and his team and his
listen here, man.
his vision that
Listen,
he
man.
sees. Yo, dog,
I'm hearing everything
I-
what you're saying, but if you just go randomly to one of them youth them or someone old and say, "Yo, Toronto hip hop," they'll go. They might say something, but you ask them about in the general sense, like
Yeah,
the
you say,
states, they'll go,
yeah.
they'll go, boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
You're right.
You get what I'm trying to tell you?
Yeah,
That's
but-
why. No, why I'm saying this to you.
Where the
No,
listeners coming
but
from?
why I'm saying this to you? That's why it's hard
but-
to decipher
Sir,
that.
okay,
You get what I mean?
I'm gonna bring up. I don't want to really bring up the person's name, but I
Not
noticed
to bring up no name.
the Toronto hip hop artists, what are big on a lot of these blogs, or sites, they're mostly getting their fans from here. That's where I'm
It's
getting at.
a
Listen,
generating
listen.
filter.
A certain guy right? Who's very
But okay,
controversial.
but let me ask you
His
this.
listeners are
Let me ask
mostly
you
are not
this.
American.
Okay, let me ask you this
They're
question.
all
Okay, let
Canadian.
me ask you this question though.
A lot of
Again,
Toronto artists is
let me
just
ask you this
Canadian.
question though.
What?
Is the numbers really high because
No,
of that?
for them because they
You know
make
why I'm saying this? Because I told you this before. Do we have the numbers for the culture here?
no,
For the culture here. That's
no.
what I mean.
But if a community supports you,
That's a
you get a
community.
lot of
But you're
numbers.
not gonna get those numbers. Like, say for instance, if you're just like in Texas or
No.
California and you're an independent artist,
No.
right?
Okay, just say
You get
I'm
what
gonna
I mean?
no,
And you're gonna your
That's
numbers are gonna
that's
be a lot more
yeah.
than
that's
artists over here.
that's okay. Look, that's why okay. It's all segregated. It's all divided, right? See in the states, right? When an artist busts in the states, that state, right? That state has that artist's back, right? Toronto,
Yeah,
right? Toronto has that district,
yeah.
right?
District.
So the numbers there don't
Say
add
that
up.
No, it
again.
doesn't add up. But
Say
you
that
if
again.
you yeah.
District.
District
But if
or
you have
municipal. Let me put it that way.
Municipality.
Municipal.
but if you have a support system here, right? I've seen certain artists. I'm not gonna name them,
Mm.
but they have high numbers in Canada, not in America. Remember, I mean, as big as you see them here,
Okay.
they're not big in America. They're only big here.
Yeah, yeah.
What I'm trying to say, a lot of Toronto artists are only known here. That's what I'm getting at. Though. A lot of Toronto artists are only known
Only
here.
known
Yeah.
here. But that's all you're gonna be known for?
But this is where I'm getting with the
No,
numbers.
but
They do
but
have numbers if they're only known here.
but that's all
There
you're gonna be
is
known
people who
for.
listen to them from here
Okay,
because
but
they're known
all right,
here.
but what's the next step after you're done here?
No, we know
Keep
that.
on dealing with
These
here.
guys, sorry, a lot of we already know.
No, I'm just saying you keep on
Yeah,
dealing
Yo,
with
the
here.
dream is to wake up
You keep on
at a
dealing with
LA
here.
at LAX.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, with a record deal.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
I'm a straight
But
facts.
besides that, but the ending result is just keep
No,
on here.
no.
Just
Why
keep
would
on
you?
here. That's it.
Yo, like for us at Down to Earth Smokers Closet, we're not trying to just be here, man. I'm trying to like soon you see some different things like out of here,
Yeah.
out really in the universe. If you get the opportunity, nothing's holding me back.
No.
Nothing to hold me back,
If I have a chance
boss.
to go to fucking, if I have a chance to go to say fucking Calgary or something, you know what I mean? To go through something, I would do it. You know what I
Nothing that's
mean?
holding me back. I'm
If
saying you
they,
can have a chance to
if
leave
if an artist from say from Calgary or something or somewhere out like outside of Ontario,
or
right?
outside of Canada. For
Or
me,
yeah, or outside
that's
of Canada.
that's the key.
Well, I know that, but like
That's the key.
a certain stipulation,
Yeah,
you know what I
I
mean?
know.
We'll keep that on the hush, but like yeah. Um, but when I do get that opportunity,
Yeah.
when the pardon gets there, you know what I mean? I'll put it there. I'm not.
That's how you want it, man.
But yeah, I want to get say yo man, say yo, come on the road and say yo, look, do interviews and this and that, and you know, yeah, that is one of the dreams. Yes, or you know, because we are artists,
Yeah.
producers. You know what I mean? Film. You know what I mean?
Yo, I want to talk about something kind of funny, yo. What do you think about that? That you heard about the Rick Ross and the Gilly thing?
Yo,
I don't
That's
honestly,
know,
jokes, yo.
honestly, yo, Rick Ross killed me still when he said,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
I spend more money on my couch
man. I
than you
heard
spend
about that.
money on your children.
But yo, when Gilly came back, he got him though. He got the
Yeah,
real deal. You know what he's
What did he
talking
say?
about the correctional thing.
Oh, that shit.
He's
He's
continuing
like,
that
homie,
50. He's continuing that 50
he's
thing.
like, yo, homie, your
Like it or
correction
not,
is
he got him. He got him on that. Sorry, man. That's
yo,
hard.
man.
That's just hard, man. He got the picture and everything. He's not lying. Is he making it up?
He's not making it up, G. Everybody knows he's a CEO and
And then
motherfucking.
after Rick Ross said he's gonna start his own podcast, just yo, that to me is like spite saying, "Yo, I'm gonna
That's it.
frig you up."
Like when Nate says, you know what I mean? Everybody has their own style and everybody wants to be a copycat.
Yep.
Right? So
That's how you go.
the legend recipes Nate Dogg, but like yo, the man says it the best, you
So
like
right
that.
now, okay, I'm gonna ask you guys if since you want to say hip hop, what is your top hip hop albums? What you know of out there? Because a lot of people don't talk about what the top hip hop albums right now you
I've
know
been
of.
honestly I took in Ronnie's new album, The Orphan.
So you're talking all hip hop albums or Toronto hip hop?
Just trying.
I'm not even talking about no fucking.
Oh, you want to go
hip-hop. I'm
all in
talking
general?
just real hip hop.
Oh,
all
just hip hop in general.
Yeah.
Real
Okay.
hip hop.
All hip hop.
All right. You know what? Right now, I'm bumping the fucking Lloyd Banks.
Yeah,
And
we-
right
we
now-
were
I'm hearing
sampling
about
that.
Lloyd Banks.
Lloyd Banks' album, I give it to him. You know what I mean? I fucking give it to that man because I never heard. I always like Lloyd Banks.
He talked about 50 inspiring him to getting him like to a certain level, like inspiring him. Even though he's not
Yeah.
with 50, he was
Yeah.
talking good about 50, saying that 50 helped him get better.
Yeah, you know sometimes when when you're down, you know you need that friend to
I don't know if
smack
they're
you in your
cool.
head,
I never see. I
smack
think
you in your head or give you a
I don't know
wake-up
if
call,
I'm not
right?
saying they're not talking, but for a while I think something was going on between him and 50 too.
All of them are
Yeah,
all of
all of
them
them
are
going
dealing with
through.
it. You know what it is?
No, 50 kept Tony Yeo and he has Uncle Murda with him on tour. Them three is tight.
Yeah, but Lloyd Banks has Tony Yayo on his album.
Well, I guess they're cool too, but I'm just saying you don't see him with
It's
no
a
50
weird
Cent.
situation.
So-
It's a weird situation,
Yeah.
and I think they will patch it up, right? Because it honestly it's like a little thing, really,
Mm.
right? It's 50 on his high horse, saying, "Yo, I'm on the top dog, homie. You know what I mean? I'm
So,
top dog, homie."
The next subject why I bring up is real controversial. Well, controversial, but a lot of people don't want to talk about this one.
Mm.
You see this one I talk about? The politician. I don't know what type of politician exactly he is, but the man from Arizona, the black guy who done the commercial. You seen that commercial? Eh? You never seen the commercial?
Nah.
No, I never.
I gotta go show you guys this commercial after we're done here. The commercial is this man. He's running to be, I think, I don't know if governor or something of the state of Arizona. Arizona is open; you could carry a gun, right?
Yeah.
In the commercial, no, he's at his house. They have the music on. He has the glasses on. Him have the suit on, right? Then he has the big ass gun in his hand,
Yeah.
like Malcolm X, or
Yeah.
bigger than that.
Yeah.
And you see the KKK coming, like they're going to his house,
Yeah.
that. Like they're gonna come burn down his house or do
Mhm.
something to his house. But I think he never had a gun in him.
Mhm.
So, because he turned around, so they're coming to go kill him or something. So he turned around with the gun, and then after they start running, they didn't know, so they start running, and then he starts shooting. Right? You see one of the masks fly off on the ground, right? And then it end. So he's promoting himself as a politician, but that's his slogan,
What's
his commercial.
What's it?
His name is Davison. Shit. It's Jermaine Daverson or something. Yo, it make enough people in an uproar.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you know what? That's the best campaign commercial I see. So people are talking about it, say, yo, that's racist and all. But he's killing the Ku Klux Klan. They're not no people.
Is it this?
Eh?
Is it this one
Yeah,
right
is
here?
it same?
Yeah. Watch it. Don't play. Wait, hold on.
Just turn it down.
Turn it down.
No, just turn it down.
Just turn down that shit. Just watch the visual and see it. So what I'm saying now is to me that was a celebration.
Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, that's dope.
Later we
Hold
hear
on,
the
hold on,
music.
hold on.
Don't play the music yet.
You see that?
Close.
Don't play the music yet. I'm one of my favorite videos.
Yo,
Best video I ever seen in
Yes.
a long time with action. Now that is a movie. They need to do a movie like that.
that's dope. Yo, that's high.
And he's running for a governor or something. He's running for something.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
commercial, man.
But
What?
people
What? He's
had
getting
something-
crucified
yeah,
for that?
yeah. No.
Is
Yeah,
he-
they're
are
trying
they
to.
crucifying for that?
Yeah,
No,
they're
I wanna know.
Yeah, they're trying to
Why?
crucify him.
Why?
But in a
Wait.
reverse,
Hold on. But why?
because he's shooting.
But wait there. Hold on a minute. Wait there. Wait.
But in a reverse, some people support it.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. So the years of them hanging us, burning us, taking pictures of us, and all of that, right? Right? Can't mount to what he may do, right? Not true? Is that what we're saying? Yeah. What? Because that's been going on for how many years? Right?
Yeah.
Right? So now black man showing that, yo, I'm gonna defend myself because now I'm gonna run for whatever governor or something like that, right? And show that I'm not gonna stand for you clan members in my state. This is what's gonna go on with y'all in a subliminal way.
Mhm.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the problem with that?
It's because they never saw nothing like this, and he's using social
Well,
media.
no,
It's
but
because he's
listen.
using
Okay,
social
all right,
media
but check this out. Check this
now
out. Check this
to
out.
show the
You know what?
image, and that's
No,
a powerful
no,
image,
but
you know,
check
when
this
put
out.
out
But
there.
check this out. If I know him, or somebody else gonna do it.
Yeah, they done it before,
No,
you know.
but one way or another, the idea gonna come up.
But they done it with the Muslim terrorists. That they done it before, you know.
Hmm.
Before the Republicans do commercial about stopping the Al Qaeda and all types of
Listen
shit.
here, man. Listen here. Right now, you brought up that. See? Listen here. This America.
Oh,
See? This is America. Black and white. Me no business with nothing else right now. Black and white.
mm,
When it comes down to America. All right?
yeah.
A black man going for thing. If it was back in the day, they would say, "What? He go? You must be mad. You're not going for
Well,
nothing. What are you talking
yeah,
about? What, go for what? You must be crazy."
yeah.
No, now I'm going for the thing. And now I bet you if it was back in the day, you know what I'm saying?
No,
They
but
go,
you,
yeah.
you know what? McNair is a scary sight. This is what put in the hearts of the ones who don't like this in America. He's bringing the image of Malcolm X and the Black Panthers
Yeah.
back, but through legitimate ways in the government now, because they weren't in the government.
No.
The Nation of Islam, now they are probably, but the Nation of Islam and people who support the Black
I
Panthers,
love it.
they weren't in the
I
government
love it. I
like that.
love it. I love it a
He's
lot because, like I said, for years and years, if you it's on the net, you've seen it, burning us, hanging us,
all type
doing
of things.
all sorts of things.
You don't want me to tell you the
No,
horror
no, no,
stories.
it's just too much. All
Bombing
right.
too,
No,
bombing too.
yeah, and bombing too. So what him do is what? Come on, it's
Raz,
nothing.
Raz.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's nothing.
What, the commercial?
No, bombing us, killing us, doing it.
Because the government is good.
No, I don't. Man. It's the gun.
Yeah, it's the gun.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
anyhow, the gun you couldn't do it.
No, but no, but the thing is, they made sure that they disarm the black folk. You know what I mean? They make sure that so they can't fight back.
Because
Yeah.
they don't have no gun.
You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
Them had the gun.
They want,
It's
okay,
gun.
they wanted,
It's
okay,
everywhere.
so
They
in America, when the crack
policeman stop you, why you
epidemic
go-
happened, right?
They
It
go-
was
they go
designed,
and
it was designed to kill the black population.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
crack
yeah.
epidemic. Yeah, yeah.
Right? It was designed that.
With the CIA.
The CIA was the ones that gave it to the blacks to say, "Yo, here's a dope to make
Yeah.
money and kill yourself."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what
Well,
their
well, they
initiative was.
no. What really they killed two birds with one stone. Yeah, during that time, those times, the early times, they had the in the, for their war in South America, they had to invest in their war, so they had to deal with that at the same time. You know.
Put it this way, man. How the place was founded, right? This is the reality people don't want. They don't want to hear. This world is the devil's world. You live in the flesh,
Playground.
and you could do good, but the majority of things is negative. Here, right? There's negative and positive, and the majority of shit in the world is negative. Think of it. Look on it. You have even when you work, right? That's negative because you're using most of your time for somebody else more than yourself. You get what I mean? And your family. So is that better? Is it better to be working or spending time with your family? So they make this money system up, right? So the money system is for you to to survive in this system here, to live here. It's like Caesar. You get what I mean? Like Rome and shit. They come and conquer. Remember, we have all these beautiful buildings up here right now and houses, but they came here and conquered and killed and murdered, and then they make you call this your home.
Yeah, well, yeah, they took the natives, they took the native
Yeah.
land, right? And like, if you really want to break it down to it, it's like, yo, when I said the world's based on debt, right? So money's always going to be the rule of all evil. We all know that, right? Because if you don't have money, you can't live, right? So eventually, they want to start all this digital thing where they vanish money,
Yeah.
right? I don't know if you guys watched the movie called In Time.
Time?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I've seen
with
something
Justin
like that, yeah.
Timberlake.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I seen that.
So
That makes a lot of sense.
if anybody out there don't know, didn't watch that, I advise you to watch that movie because it's going to be eventually happen where it's not gonna be like, yo, you run out of time and you drop dead. No, it's gonna be survival. It's gonna be how you're gonna manage your money, right? Because look, they're shortening jobs,
Yeah.
right, for people. They're making all these fucking automated shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a lot of people are gonna be scrounging for money
Yeah, because right now they're
eventually.
at the grocery store. There's more self checkout. It's
Yep.
becoming the norm.
So
You go to the grocery store, it's only like maybe
all the
3, 4.
all the lower income people, right? If they don't, what I said, the food for that, you know what I mean? Get off the couch and drop the potato chips, right? You know what I mean? No, real shit though, right? Real
Yeah,
shit though. You get off your ass and start making that money,
yeah,
provide for
yeah,
your
yeah,
family,
Yeah.
because you can't always depend on government,
yeah.
right? And don't
Nope.
get it twisted. You taking the government money, you don't think they want something back in return? Yes, they do. So
Yeah.
if you get a big lottery, long shot, hit the lottery, you don't think they're
They
taking
want a
out?
piece of
They're
that
gonna
too.
take back their money.
They want a
Listen,
piece of it.
Like here.
listen.
Yeah.
No one wants to hear this. Maybe it's too much, but
What?
this will go
we're
deep.
raw. We're
This is gonna
raw.
be
We're straight
deep
raw.
down to earth. I'm gonna tell you.
What's
Straight
that?
You
raw.
know, if you're on probably if for a long time and you don't get off the social assistance or the disability or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're young, at a young age, and you have children, right? That affects their credit. So now, especially if you live in a certain area too. So now, if you stay in this city, it's going to be worse for you and your offspring, your offsprings. You better make sure that you move somewhere down the line in the life. It's like a credit shit, so that it's like a new beginning. But if you still live in the AKA hood for 20 something or 30 something years, and your kid is with you, right, and they don't move out of the city, it's like they profile you that, yo, you're not gonna get no help.
Yeah, it's like none of
You're not
they
you
have a lot of like
you're not gonna get
for
no
metro
help.
housing and shit. Like they're really cracking down on it. Like even with social assistance is because you have these families, right? A lot of them are Somali, a lot of, you know what I mean,
Refugees, you get more
refugees,
refugees. Yeah, yeah,
right? So they come into low income houses. They have like 5 babies.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And
What?
then they
Oh
all
god,
live in the same house. All live in the
you
same
too
house,
right, you too
and
right,
then
you
they
too right.
collect it too. So
Holy,
like that's
too
taking
right,
advantage of the
boss.
system. Because another family out there could use some
Yo,
of that money. Like, come
start
on,
a P.
I'm being straight, Raj. G. Like, you want to get real down to earth? I'm breaking down to the science, G. Like, I seen it. I'm being real. I'm from
Holy,
the hood. I see what's going on. You know what I mean?
holy,
But they play the system so. You get what I'm saying?
holy.
They play the system so well, yo.
But you
I'm
know
not
what?
even
Wait,
front
hold
though.
on.
It's a
You know what?
hustle,
Wait,
but
wait.
like, you
People
know
are
what
gonna
I mean?
come on you. They'll say, "What is this guy saying? He's talking about. He's saying something about Somalians, and it's bad.
I'm
It's
no, but
bad what you're saying because they're gonna say that's
okay,
a
okay,
that's
but okay. Let me rephrase that then.
yeah,
Sorry, families that
family.
take advantage of social
Cause not
assistance.
just No, it's not just no Somalians and nothing. Don't let me. You want to get deep in it? Okay, go on,
No, no,
go on.
no, no, no. Okay,
You know, because if you
let me
want that,
rephrase the
yeah,
question.
yeah, yeah,
Let me rephrase it. Families that take advantage of social assistance,
yeah.
right? A lot of families do it. They have numerous kids. They stay in the house, be lazy. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
because that could
And
be
then they collect it. Like
yeah.
that's just wrong. Cause like families that do out there, like foreign families that do come to Canada,
But
right?
it's not foreign. See, that's a
No,
stereotype
no,
too.
no, no, no. You're not listening to
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying. When foreign families come here and they want assistance,
yeah,
other
yeah.
people are taking off their plate,
Yeah.
right? Because if you don't notice, I notice it when when I was on assistance, right? It fluctuates sometimes through the every year, right? You
No.
don't get the certain amount
If we
sometimes.
continue now with this assistance now,
Yeah.
hey, boss, the stereotype, what I witness, even living in the east, the west, wherever, of its minorities are like what you're saying is on the social assistance. No, boss, the majority
So
of the people.
single mother.
No, and I don't want to put the regions all out there where I'm talking, but you see, far east and far west, Ain't no minorities on the social assistance. Most of Canada, all them small towns, it's not no minorities on the social assistance. I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. All the small towns
Yeah,
where
yeah.
no minorities
Like
live
Georgetown
is the highest rate of social assistance.
yeah, it's true. It's true.
No, but
Barry's like
this is what I'm trying to tell you.
Barry's like number
It's
one.
not just people going out there to live, it's people from there.
Yeah,
No, people go join them, but the majority is from there. So the stereotype, what I'm saying, of the city, not saying it's not there, but that's a bullshit. Because when you go Pickering, I mean no, Oshawa,
yeah. Asha's federal.
Hamilton, you go
Yeah,
down there, you know who on social
but yo, is honestly, if you really look at it too,
and disability too.
if you really look at it, people, all most of them are addicts.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Some kind of disability, like you said. You know what
disability.
I mean? Or single mothers, or you know what I mean? People getting away from
And man,
and the man mostly out there are fucking addicts. You know what I mean?
so the stereotype, what I'm saying, is the city, right? Like we're saying, like the immigrants or the refugees,
Uh,
there's a whole bunch of them together and they're getting it. But they have an excuse. Now let's break it down now. Like people don't want to hear this because we're here Canadians.
yeah,
But they have an excuse. They're coming from some war and all
yeah,
type of
from four,
fucking shit
yeah.
going on. But then the people who've been here generations don't have no excuse.
I know. People. That's
That's
what I'm
even
saying.
worse.
That's worse. Those people. Gee,
Isn't that worse?
yeah, people that
It is.
when I grew
You've
up,
been here for 5 generations. I'm Canadian, right? And then you're complaining about the ones who are doing the same shit you're doing.
that's true. That's true.
You have a, they call it a race, right? So you should have been winning the race before these people came.
But you know what cracks me up though?
The thing
It's,
is,
you
what
know what
the
cracks me up?
argument
Mm.
is that sometimes they see that they come and they get a lot more than what the person
What they have.
who's been here.
You know why? People don't want to check. Not all cases. You know why? Because in their country, they finished their fucking school there.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of them, their education is higher than here already.
And then, but they have to retake it.
I
Not
know, but
gonna
they
be
still
because the
could
Canadian
easily do it
standards.
compared to the
But
ones who are here who are lazy.
you know what's funny? Yo,
Enough Canadian lazy. Let's be.
you see all these,
Yes.
you see all these
Let's.
people that are on welfare and they're in the hood and shit.
Yeah.
How do you fucking drive a $50,000 car and you're in the hood and you're on welfare?
Well, it could be doing. It could be someone's. Someone could make you borrow it.
Nah, G.
No,
Nah, G.
I do it
Yo,
for
you
money.
see single mothers, dog, driving in the hood, busting with a fucking with a knife. I seen it, bro, in Melbourne. I seen a girl
But
that
someone's
lives in
giving
it.
them it.
Gee, no, they have 4 picnic and four. You're telling
They
me
got the hustle. They got the
in
hustle
a metro
going
housing,
good.
And they're not working.
They
they're
got
not
the
working.
hustle
Oh,
going
come
on
on,
good.
man.
You know what people are gonna say now? We're stereotyping now.
No, we're not really stereotyping. We're just breaking it down what the government should be equal about things. That's really it is, right?
Lee, but it's true though because look, you know what? Let's be no filter. It's true. If you could be online all day, right, and you have children, where are you making money?
I don't know other things.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, there you go.
Are you suck it? Are you doing something dirty? I'm not gonna say it. Are you doing something dirty? Or are you doing something online? Either or, right? Your hands are dirty either way.
It don't matter what. If you could be online all through the day, like majority through the month, you even are online.
Either you're gambling, right? Either you're gambling,
And
making money, or either you're only fans in it, or either you are finessing mans on dating sites.
even a man. I'm not talking about just women.
Yeah,
Man
I'm
too.
not, that's what I'm saying. Well, I'm just saying in general. Like girls do that, so I'm gonna throw that in. You know what I mean? But men, right? Usually gamble online, right? Or do Bitcoin or whatever. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I gamble online.
Mm.
I gamble online. I don't do it all day. But I gamble online. Yo, let me see if I can make you know make my pay pay. That's why I look at it, right? Yeah, you know, because if you're a business person, right, or
Mm.
entrepreneur or self-employed, right, you gotta make your average wage for the day. So whatever it is you're doing, you know what I mean.
You better be doing something.
You better be doing something to benefit you. Either if it's not putting money in your pocket, or if it's other things that's gonna lead to putting money in your pocket. You get what I'm
Which we
saying?
do all the time. But yo, okay, I'm gonna ask you something in sports now because you've been hearing about this Kevin Durant shit. Everybody's talking about Kevin
Yeah,
Durant.
that's some boogerman
They
business.
want Kevin Durant to go
Here,
one everywhere in the world. They want him to go. No, I don't know if you know your basketball. No, everybody wants him to go to the Lakers with LeBron James. So LeBron James is trying to get his friend. So he got Kyrie Irving. I'm guaranteed Kyrie Irving is going there because LeBron James wants to win a championship
right?
so
Durant
bad.
wants to come to here
Who?
though.
What? Who?
Durant wants to come here though.
Who wants to be? Yeah. He wants to come here. So LeBron wants to win a championship so bad with the Lakers. So he tries to get Kyrie. Kyrie might go. Kyrie's gone. Kyrie's good friends with Durant.
Yeah,
You see what LeBron done? He's smart. He gets his ex player
yeah,
to the Lakers, so he gets Durant. But Durant don't want to go to the Lakers.
yeah,
So now he wants to leave Brooklyn. He said, "Fuck Brooklyn.
yeah.
Don't want to stay in Brooklyn."
His relationship with Brooklyn got
So
messed
now
up for a long time.
he might go back to Golden State, run back to Golden State. What do you think about that? You think he should go back to Golden State? Where
Nah,
do you think he should go?
honestly, it'll be a nice key
You
player
want to
for
say
us,
Raptors? You would say, but who they gonna give up for
but
him?
they
They're
would
saying
have had.
Barnes. Not
They
gonna
want
give
to
up him.
give Barnes
No
and
man,
probably like a couple of draft picks or
can't give
some
up
shit,
that guy.
right?
He's the
But
future.
um, they might just hold like a two-player deal, like a Van Fleet and somebody.
But no, man, they're not gonna trade
They
Van
might.
Fleet for no Durant. No, Durant's good. Van Fleet's a player who's gonna play for like the next
I think
over
he's
ten
locked in.
years.
I think he's locked in anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, they're gonna renew his thing. That guy's gonna play for over 10, a good, give you 10, 15 years, maybe two. That's the type of player Van Fleet will
Durant's
be.
only like a 1 year deal.
Durant is
He's
his
only a
lifeline
1 year.
is only 3 more years. Maybe he could play basketball 3 years.
He's a one.
Lucky if he plays
He's
for
a
three
one
more
year
years.
deal guy.
Eh?
He's a
But
one.
we done it with Kawhi Leonard.
That's
We
how it is.
almost have some of the same
You have to get
pieces.
him. Yeah, you have to get him in mid season.
If we could get him, if they could pull it off like a Kawhi Leonard, right?
Yeah.
If they could get him, because you have Van Fleet, you have OG Ananobi, you have Siakam, you have what did I say? You have still some of the core of the
Barnes.
championship team.
Yeah,
You
Barnes.
add him with Barnes, we will win the championship. Because if we only lost Carl Larry, right?
Mm.
And who else? Ibaka and this Spanish guy, Gasol. We only lost three guys.
Yeah.
If you add Durant, he come like he take up the three.
Yeah.
We get Durant, we will win the
Yeah.
championship.
Speaking of Durant,
We win the
did you
championship
guys
if
see
we get
the
Durant.
clip that the man was doing?
What?
The man was hovering over. I think he was hovering over one of our Bob players, guarding him. He was hovering.
Oh yeah.
Like
I
some
seen that. They
boogerman
picture
business.
them.
I'm like, yo, what the hell is this guy doing, dog?
Some of them basketball players do all type of shit. They do all type of shit. But I'm saying like I could imagine Durant on our team with when them Van Fleet and Siakam and OG Ananobi. That would be a perfect. That's a perfect replacement of when them Kawhi Leonard and Larry. He fills those two guys' position. So it's like you have the team again, but with one man. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he's the guy. Yo, do you really see Kevin? We have the best health type of people for him. The doctors, eh? That's why he might come in because his leg is still not 100%. The ankle when he came to play against the Raptors. Remember, it's us. He got hurt,
Mm.
and then we won the championship. But I heard he always wanted to be a Raptor.
Um, yo, fucking
Durant would be a good piece. That's how I can say.
So we're coming to a conclusion here.
The conclusion is where we had one more thing on the table to chat about.
Oh, yeah, we have. back to the Rogers business.
Back to the Rogers.
How you remember how Rogers and Bell fucking had the boy them could fucking
Go into
in your cell phone.
this is what. Oh
Yeah,
yes,
what about
yes.
that?
Yo,
This is the main event.
me have to say this one.
What about it?
Okay, the Rogers so-called it's not the blackout, the knockout, right? They knocked it out from 5. I remember because I was
Four.
up 4 o'clock in the morning, right? Friday, all the way through Friday
All the way
until
till the next day.
till the next day, almost until Sunday. Shit was not working, right? So when this first happened, the first story I saw, I gotta tell you this. It was what I call a attack, a cyber attack.
Mm.
Some government guy they
No,
showed saying it was a
I
cyber
wasn't, I
attack.
wasn't talking about that. I was talking about how like the boy them.
Oh no, no, I'm getting to that now.
Okay,
Yes,
okay,
I'm
okay,
getting to
okay.
that. I'm getting to that though. I'm just saying. Okay, now a lot of people don't know. 2016. This is where this whole internet I'm talking about. That was just the intro. 2016. I remember news report before all the fake news and all the shit they were talking about. The police wanted to get into your phones. Remember?
Mhm.
Because of 9/11 and all this shit.
Yeah.
When you go to the border, they're saying, oh, they could stop you and they could go through your emails and all them shit, them, right?
Yeah.
So, because people were fighting against that, you know what happened? Because they couldn't do that anymore, they wanted to see what's going on. They said they went to Rogers, they went to Bell, all the internet biggest providers,
Mm.
and said, okay, we want to see through you guys since you're not going to get you personally, we're gonna get the whole network.
Mm.
Give us access. And they fought much with the government to we could see everything on the internet.
Yeah, I know.
They never had that before.
I know. Like
They had no deal like that before.
I know in Canada, their their fight was, for drug dealers, right?
Hmm.
So they wanted to have the warrants to go into, high profile,
Not just drug dealers, all
well,
type of people.
all types of people, right?
Mhm.
But like mostly high profile cases.
That's how they started to catch a lot of the sex offenders.
Yes, yes.
They couldn't
High pro-
catch. Part of the big reason for this, they couldn't catch the sex offenders. They're using different internet, what you call
Dark web.
PCs. So a lot of this shit was going on like
IP
that.
addresses. And
But
shit.
the only way they could do this is having some more access to what the internet providers, because these guys were doing all types of ways to go around
Yeah,
shit.
like MSN days, like they're preying on like young girls, like, right? Because in the MSN days, MSN was freely to everybody.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? So these sex offenders were using that tool, right? Boom, want to meet up, right? And then the offering happened. Like those guys are a bunch of goose,
No,
right?
that's what I'm saying is
What?
that they have now the authority to see what they want
Mhm.
and watch what they want. So if you're a person who's on these platforms
Social media.
and you think you're doing anything illegal, they are watching and listening everything. So
Yo, G.
when they come for you, do not be surprised because you are not educated enough to know that they have already have the access and the authority. You have no
And
freedom.
yo,
You
and
have no freedom.
the judge, the judge can throw this at you and say, yo, you can't have no cell phone.
Well, they'd already done that years ago. If you're doing some illegal shit and they prosecute you, if they prosecute you for doing anything illegal
You can't
with
have
a
no
phone,
shit. You can't. Yeah, you can't have no
then they're gonna
electronic.
limit you from using
The
the
shit
damn phone.
happens. The shit happens. Like it happened to my bedroom. Wedding. Yo, can't have no cell phone. The man had to literally throw the cell phone. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I'm catching cell phones out here now. You know what I mean? But then it got deeper into that. Where the boy them would try to fucking they call it red zone. So they'll ban you from the city.
I heard
Ban
of
you
that too.
or
I heard
ban you from a jurisdiction.
you
You know
can't
what I
go
mean?
there. Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't go there. Ban you from one street. You can't go 3 meters each way. Yeah, or 3 kilometers
But
each way.
now,
G.
because people rely on technology a lot, they got you through that now. So
Yeah,
you
bro.
always use a phone. So no matter what, you see the bugs. What they used to do for bugging
Mm.
people, they just bug the whole damn system. They just bug the whole system. So they could even hear like words. If you say something, something probably goes off. You get what I mean? If you say bomb, you can't say bomb enough.
Yeah.
Yo, it's funny how things change. If you even said bomb, it's like they want, you know what I mean? Something probably goes off when they're monitoring the system. You can't even write bomb, you know.
Yeah.
Bomb is like one of the worst words to probably even put out there as a
Yeah.
post.
Yeah, you can't. No, and they'll take that shit. They'll take that shit. They'll take that shit highly. Like they don't take that shit for granted, bro. You can't talk that shit. That's serious stuff,
Hmm.
right? Even if you're saying you know you're gonna be a toy truck or something, they'll take that shit even serious to the part too. Like yo,
I don't know. Is that people shouldn't not think that their freedom of what they think is freedom because
no one
they
really
are
has
doing things
freedom
already.
anymore.
And you know why people don't know? Because they don't look and read for things like this. This shit is real. Was the real deal. This was broadcasted. This is what they said they wanted to do. They said, "Yo, you can't look into your phone.
Oh,
You guys want to fight us to not look into your phones because you're saying this is, your rights.
yeah,
We're interfering in things and all types of shit. So instead of that, okay, we'll go to the big companies, the ones you pay to turn on your phone.
yeah,
See how they say we're gonna go to the big dogs and tell them we want all the and they agreed, eh?
yeah, yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
Rogers didn't have to agree with the popo.
No.
Bell didn't have to agree with the popo.
But yo, but the government of Canada, right, probably said this to the phone company. Say, yo, you can get hold for being reliable for giving
Or like
organize. Yeah,
sued, like
yeah, you
kind of
can
like
get sued for giving a organized crime or organization, a gang organization or whatever, right? A leeway to use communication to do their thing, right?
but
It's
then they could fight then against that and said it's freedom of don't we have all these freedoms of
Well, yeah,
like
freedom. It's a freedom of speech. Like everybody can need communication, but like it's Roger. Like you see, when you get a phone from Rogers, right, and you're on a plan, right, you have to have your ID, right. You have to have. They ask for everything, right. So these guys obviously are beating around the bush, getting people whatever, right, to get fake phones and shit. But like, it should be there should be like I don't know, man. The bottom should not fuck with that.
they are but
Like,
look now what I'm saying is all these especially these days with all these rappers we're talking all this stuff in their music now anything you say basically they're monitoring more than ever
yeah, but that's the thing
anything you say will be held what they say
held against you.
will be held against you
So, but the
it
thing is
really
that
is
that's the thing of being an artist, right? Expand your vocabulary, right? You don't have to
no but they
write.
could use as if they were smart they could say this is art it's not really true you see how you could get around that if
Well,
you really
if you're rapping about shooting and selling drugs and this and that every song you have, right? It's more obligation that yeah you are dry ratting yourself out of
no
doing
but
these
he could defend himself and say this is not real he would have to say this is all these are just
Yeah,
made up
but like
stories
okay, but if
he could he
say
could
if you're already and if a lot of them have old charges.
okay then it don't look good then it's
Come
yeah
on, realistically, all these artists in Toronto or even
anywhere else
anywhere else, right? They all mostly have charges, and it's all criminal charges. So they can by right stand that in court and say, yo, this guy's an offender. He's a violent offender.
yeah
He's a gang affiliated. You know what I mean? He's in the system.
but recently that guy what's his name got off of a charge NBA YoungBoy
Mm,
he was on for a gun charge, right? For a while, he was under house arrest, I think, for a
yeah.
long time, and he got acquitted of the gun charge.
Mm,
And this guy's like feeling all,
Yeah.
happy, but they got him on the gun charge, and he
Again,
got off.
you got
But he
off
got off free. It
free.
was like it wasn't him.
So somebody had to
Yeah.
take the charge for him,
hmm I don't know if someone. No, maybe no.
or maybe
It's
if it,
framed. Like
yeah,
like
maybe it's false
yeah,
identity,
set
right?
up.
Set up.
They try to set him up. But he has some good lawyers.
Money talks money talks, yeah. What?
No, it's down to earth, man.
Mm-hmm.
Straight up.
Kind of weed you smoking?
Some something different. You can smell it. And it's different.
Ah, yeah, man.
That one is the master kush.
Master.
How is it?
Yeah, it's nice. Like, they like Master Push. Yeah, I don't know your fucking really origin of strands. Master Push is one of the original hydro strands. You know what I mean?
hmm
Because if you really look at it, all these new strands and shit, they're all just crossbreeded from the original strand, right? Like Hindu Kush. Hindu Kush is really from the mountains of India, right? They found that strand,
You mean how they grow it?
how they grew it,
Yeah.
right? So they originated from there, right? And then you broke down the wheat, like you break down the genetics of the wheat, of the strand, right? So once that strand gets breaking down, if you don't have the original strand, there's no more of that. Right now, you have the genetics of the different crossbred strand. That's why that's why all these scientists and shit in the grow houses are still trying to Harvard the original genetics of like the strands that were mostly created around the world. 'Cause if you think about it, a man came, um, who was it? Mark Emery or whatever. He went around all around the world and grabbed seeds,
Yeah.
right, just to bring it to Canada, right? And you got charged for it.
hmm
Right? You got charged for it. You fought for
Yeah,
Canada
yeah,
for
yeah. No.
years. You know what I mean? That's the only man I seen that walked into a courtroom that fucking with a half pound of weed in his fucking briefcase. Like, yo, what the fuck is that? Like, I
But they
can pro-
locked him up a couple times.
huh?
Didn't they lock him up a
Yeah,
couple
they
times?
locked him up. But then I heard some falsified shit about it when it's true, right? So, but, like, some shit that I don't rate, but I won't mention it. I don't know.
But yeah, man. The cannabis now, it's legal 2 years.
3 years, 4,
Three? No. Is it 3 years?
yeah, actually, 3 years, man.
Shit. It's been that long. And now,
New York,
how much money you think they made in
fuck,
Canada from it?
billions, billions. And sad to say, a lot of these dispensaries out there, y'all owners are getting pimped.
You mean?
They're getting pimped, G. Think about it, right? They're boring. No one out in Canada, unless if you're like some night, like you have a big chunk of change, right? That's yourself. That's your own money to open up a dispensary. Otherwise than that shit, you're borrowing it from the bank.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? So if you don't pay that money back, you owe them.
But most likely you will with this.
Not these days, bro. Downtown alone on Queen Street, there's over like 50 dispensaries.
So yeah, you gotta put it. You gotta just be different. You gotta stand out.
The only real mans that are making money out there, I big them up, Farmers Link, because I think they provide a lot for all the little ones. You get what I'm saying? Little aftermarket ones. You get what I'm saying? And then the government has their own restricted growers,
And
right?
then there's the black market.
And yeah, the black market, right? Farmers Link provides a lot of.
That's how I'm gonna call these now. I call it this is black market.
Mm,
But I got this one. That one is commercial. See, this the names. That's commercial. Dispensary is commercial, and when you don't get it from the dispensary, it's black market. Cannabis. This is black market.
Cause yo, I've been smoking the weed that Cookies has for like before I even fucking dispensaries or fucking weed. I'll tell you that. I'm a fucking chronic kid. I smoked weed from fucking BC and back. all across the fucking province. Every different type of weed that they have in the province. Right? So
And it's growing in the mountain.
yeah, like
They grow it. That's why BC is big because they grow it
they're
up in the
growing in the
mountain.
mountains and like it's their air quality too. If you grow it indoors, right, their air quality is really good, right? And
Oh,
like
yeah.
and the people out there, the people know what they're doing out
Yeah,
there,
man.
right? I grew weed out there, indoor, right? Hydroponics. There's dirt pots, right? There's even called bedding, right?
Yeah.
There's a big bed, right? Just how like you do it in the backyard or something, in outdoor, you
Mhm.
put them all in the dirt. But this, you build like a big box and fill it up with all dirt,
Yeah.
and they lay like a whole bunch of like 100 of them.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And they all grow, but they're all getting all the same nutrients, same damn time. It's not like individual like pots,
Yeah.
right? So and then you have aquaponics. Aquaponics is growing in a fish tank.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah,
See,
yeah.
that shit, that's the shit that like
Yeah, I know what you're talking.
that's the shit that keep.
That's why I seen the swamp one. I saw the documentary in Jamaica.
Mhm.
They're how they grow certain weed, and some of these guys were growing it in a swamp,
Swamp.
and it was kind of like it's called shaded though,
Mhm.
but it grew a certain way in the swamp.
Yo, like even like certain
But they,
weed,
I don't know why
like
they do it. Yeah,
sour diesel was how they found like New York sour diesel, right? They found it actually by like Freaking Street. Like they're just a wild thing
wild
that was
weed while growing.
growing there, and it was cannabis, right? And fucking
When did they find that one? New
they
York.
found it probably in the early, I say 80s.
That shit is from probably the hippies, man.
Yo, the
The
hippies
hippies
were.
in the '70s probably
Cause remember
planted some
hippies,
shit.
hippies do tours all over fucking
New
around the
York,
world,
they're in New York.
around the world. You know what I mean?
Mm.
They travel. That's what hippies do. They travel. So say they dash sheets
Yeah,
everywhere.
especially New York.
Oh come on, bro.
They're right. Yeah.
What was it? That train? Was it? Train wreck. Train wreck was actually drawn uh, by a fucking a train wreck by a bridge thing.
That's what they call it, train wreck.
Yeah.
You hear that? See the story?
Like the original strap, yeah, I don't know where like exactly, but it was drawn. They found it by a train, and it was like by a graveyard. But the train,
That's
like
what they call it train wreck.
yeah, train wreck.
But yo, this is the Down to Earth
Tuna
podcast.
tuna kush, tuna kush was cured in a tuna can.
All right.
Yeah,
It's the Down to Earth podcast.
yeah.
We've been
Mhm.
chopping it up about everything. We're gonna do more lives like this.
Don't know.
Subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, man.
You know everything. Gonna bring you some more content. My name is Shawn Myrie, your host, and
Got Stoner P here.
MVP most valuable fired. I am fucking stoned right now.
And you got the Rasta smoking samurai, never leaving you dry in your eye. Approve this message nationwide. You don't know. Pop, pop.